So you probably heard Dave Mustaine has announced that Megadeth will be releasing their final album and going on a global farewell tour. I'm assuming the album is going to be self-titled, simply titled Megadeth, based on what I'm seeing. They haven't really given it a title, but maybe the last release ever from this band should be titled Megadeth, right? I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Everybody's been asking me, Pete, when are you going to weigh in on the Megadeth news? I've been thinking about it for a couple of days. I figure, all right, the smoke has kind of cleared a little bit. Let me talk a little bit about it, give you my feelings. So, I mean, sometimes it's good to go out when you're still performing at fairly decent capacity, right? We know how many bands have gone on way too long. You know, singers can't sing anymore. Hardly anybody left in the band anymore. You know how it goes, right? We've seen that left and right. I mean, it's something that just springs to mind. It's like I wish, like at this point, like Foreigner would just pack it in and say, okay, enough already. You know, Mick Jones has not been a part of the touring ensemble for a number of years now. Really, you had this whole cast of characters coming and going over the years. Really, you know, you had Kelly Hansen, who replaced Lou Gramm all those years ago, was a longtime singer in the band, and then he decided to step away. I would think by the time Kelly made that decision, maybe it was time to just call it quits for Foreigner, but they're still going on. But anyway, that's a story for another time. Anyway, back to Megadeth. So, you know, Mustaine and company have been regularly releasing albums and touring very frequently for forever. And I think Dave just got to the point where it's like, all right, you know what? I've made a good amount of money doing this. I've toured the world multiple times over. We've cranked out tons of albums. Maybe it's time to finally say, you know what? I'm going to go off into the sunset. So I want to read you his little kind of message here. So there's so many musicians that have come to the end of their career, whether accidental or intentional. Most of them don't get to go out on their own terms on top, and that's where I'm at in life right now. It's a great point. I have traveled the world and have made millions upon millions of fans, and the hardest part of all this is saying goodbye to them. We can't wait for you to hear this album and see us on tour. If there was ever a perfect time for us to put out a new album, it's now. If there was ever a perfect time to tour the world, it's now. This is also a perfect time for us to tell you that it's our last studio album. We've made a lot of friends over the years, and I hope to see all of you on our global farewell tour. Don't be mad. Don't be sad. Be happy for us all. Come celebrate with me these next few years. That's key, next few years. We have done something together that's truly wonderful and will probably never happen again. We started a musical style. We started a revolution. We changed the guitar world and how it's played, and we changed the world. The bands I played in have influenced the world. I love you all for it. Thank you for everything, Dave Mustaine. Right? So, yeah. I mean, the key thing is here, see you out on the road over the next couple of years. We've heard this before from other bands where they said, okay, this is going to be at the farewell tour. I think of the Scorpions right off the top of my head, right? The Scorpions are like, all right, this is it, whatever. And then they just changed their mind. It happens. So one last studio album, because I could totally see the band like Dave and company, this is the last studio album. We just don't want to deal with the whole studio thing anymore. And I could totally see them doing this final farewell tour, however long that takes, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years, whatever. But I could see like the band getting together and doing like one-offs here and there. Maybe that's not his intention right now, but I could totally see that happening because Dave is still relatively young. I mean, he's not that much older than me. If he is, right? Yeah, I would think Mustaine is probably like in his early 60s. I guess I haven't really looked, but I remember when Metallica and Megadeth were coming up, they were about my age, maybe a couple of years older. I'm 59, I'll be 60 in January. So, I mean, yeah, he's obviously made his money. They've toured a ton. He's got a lot of miles on his body. You know, Mustaine put himself through hell for quite a number of years with all of his demons and things like that. But you know what? I think it's kind of cool that he's just picking now to say, okay, well, I'm ready to do this because ultimately it's his decision. And I would assume the soon to be released album will probably be very good because the last bunch of albums they've done have been very, very good. I think, you know, Megadeth is one of those bands that they started off amazing, little dip in quality in the middle, and then everything in the latter half has been exceptional to pretty damn good. I don't really think that they've released a stinker album over the last, 15, 20 years. You had like the mid to late early 90s, early 2000s, a couple questionable albums, but man, everything they've done since United Abominations, I guess. I'm trying to figure out exactly when that kind of like the dip up in quality started, or the climb back into quality releases kind of started again. And they've put out a lot of good music over the years. They really have, when you think about it. Pretty consistent band. And he's right. I mean, Megadeth really had a lot to do with, making guitar music important again. Not just in their other bands, but it's always all about the guitars. And I respect the hell out of that, because that's, me and how much I love guitars and guitar music, right? So whether you can say they started a revolution, or him, whether it be in Metallica or Megadeth, that's, it's total opinion, right? But it's certainly a big part of it. So, I'm sitting here now, since he made this announcement, thinking, well, do I take this opportunity, because I'm sure I will get the album and listen to the album, right? That's usually a given with any Megadeth release. But I've kind of like put off going to see them live in recent years, because I've seen them so many times. Will I bother on this last go around to say, okay, the final Megadeth tour, do I go one more time? I probably will, because it has been a number of years. I don't think I've actually gone to see Megadeth in probably like a decade, maybe not quite a decade, but probably pretty close to it, because I saw them a ton. I saw them quite a few times back in the 80s into the early mid-90s. And then I saw them a lot in the early 2000s, like 2000 to or 2005 to 2010, 2012. I saw like all those Gigantor tours. I saw a bunch of tours just with them headlining tours. But I got to a point where I was kind of like, all right, I need a break from Megadeth for a little bit. But maybe now will be the time. So we'll see. Maybe in 2026, I may go check them out one last time to help Dave and the boys celebrate this final go-round. Whether it will be a final go-round remains to be seen, but time will tell. But I'm very intrigued to hear the new album. Like I said, I thought the last album was very good, and I'm sure they're going to pull out all the stops for this latest one and deliver the goods, because that's what Dave Mustaine does. So yeah, I'm looking to check it out. Would it be kind of cool if on this final tour he kind of mends fences with some of the other folks who have been in the band and brings them up on stage? That would be really cool. I don't think it will happen, but for Chris Poland and Dave Ellefson and Jeff Young and Marty Friedman and all those other folks who have been in and out of the band over the years, it would be cool to see them all up on stage, at least coming on, and playing a track with Dave and the current band. But I kind of don't think that's going to happen. But maybe we'll be surprised. We'll see. So yeah, Dave and company, good luck on this long farewell. We'll all be along for the ride, and let us know what you think of this situation with Megadeth, the final album, the final goodbye tour, the global goodbye tour. Let us know what you think of it down in the comments below, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I'm Pete Pardo. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org, or on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page, our channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. Thanks in advance for all your support, and it's greatly appreciated as always. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.